Good morning and welcome back to Canuck Park Hopper. I'm Scott, and today we're heading out of Orlando and heading over to Busch Gardens Tampa Bay to get our thrill fix for the trip. Disney and Universal definitely provide the immersion and the theming in the parks, but if you want fast roller coasters, Busch Garden is the place to go. Now you might be thinking, how do I get there? Well, the nice part is Busch Gardens offers free transportation from Orlando to Tampa Bay because they know most of the people are staying here. If you go on the Busch Gardens website, you'll find different locations that they can pick you up in Orlando so that you can find one that's kind of close to your hotel so you don't have to Uber too far to get there. We're heading out in just a little bit, so let's pack up. When you're staying close to the parks, it's easy to just bounce back and forth from your hotel so you can just kind of grab stuff as you go. But Busch Gardens, being a little bit further away and the fact that we're trapped there all day, we need to make sure to kind of pack everything we need. So here's what we pack in our bag. First off, rain essentials. In Orlando, you never know when it's going to rain, so we make sure to bring our flip-flops to trade our shoes out in case it starts pouring, ponchos obviously, and our umbrellas. Next up, we have our medications, just in case. We have some Advil, we have some Dayquil, we have some Gravol, and hand sani. And lastly, just a couple of essentials. We have our external battery, some headphones, and sunglasses, which is needed. And of course, the most important piece for a pale Canadian, sunscreen. Cannot leave home without this one. All right, let's head on out. If you are taking the shuttle from Orlando to Busch Gardens, they do leave somewhat early in the morning, only because they try to get you there for as close to park opening as possible. But the nice part is they do bring you on a nice coach bus. So if you need, you can always close your eyes and try to get a quick nap before you get to the park. And we finally made it here. Bus trip took about 2 hours from Orlando. We did have to make a couple stops to pick up a few more people from different spots, but not too bad. Had a nice little nap. Now we're ready for some coasters. And we made it into the park. The bus driver said he picks us up at 7:30 today, so that gives us about 8.5 hours in the parks. Plenty of time to do everything. First off though, we are heading straight over to Cheetah Hunt because that ride seems to be down every time we come here. And as we were coming in, we got a glimpse that it is running today. So we're gonna go ride it first. All right, it seems to be running pretty good. We've passed a couple of carts as we've walked over here. So let's get on this before anything does happen. Chilling in a little bit of a shade. It's cloud coverage right now. Oh, big yawns. First things first though, we're gonna go get a locker. Yes, lockers are an upcharge here at Busch Gardens, but I do think it's worth it. You can actually pay for a locker that you can then move around the park as you go, so you don't just have to be stuck to one location. I want to say it's about 12 to 15 bucks, but totally worth it. All right, Cheetah Hunt done. That coaster is very fun. I think I remember it being better than it was. It was still very fun. I would call it probably the most intense family coaster. So if I ranked it with like Slinky Dog, Hiccups, maybe even Hagrid's, this one is the most intense, but it's still nothing compared to the big dogs like Velocicoaster or Iron Gwazi here, which we'll do later. Was fun though. Feeling a little nauseous. It was pretty hot in there, so might go grab a bottle of water, cool down for a sec before we hop on some more coasters. All right, refreshed, ready to go. Now that we've done our starter coaster, we got Cheetah Hunt in, it already feels like a successful day. Let's head over to our next most important one, Iron Gwazi, one of our favorite coasters at any theme park. Ooh, looks make a little pit stop over here to see some gorillas. They weren't open last time we were here, so we'll see if they're open this time. Looks like they have a pretty cool enclosure area for the gorillas, or I think these were chimps over here. They say they have choice-based training, so if they're not out, they're not out. They have the choice to go inside. Luckily, we did see a couple of them out there, just hanging out, not doing anything too exciting. And then over here was where construction stopped last time, so let's see what's new and around the corner over here. Yeah, this was not open last time, so this is cool. I have no idea where this is taking us. Let's check it out. Okay, looks like they have this whole enclosure area over here. I'm assuming this is for the gorillas. Don't see any out right now, but it does look like a nice area. Oh, we got one gorilla hanging out at the back end over there. Minding his or her own business, staying out of the way. Here's a big boy hanging out. Just relaxing by the glass. That was actually really cool. That was really well done. It did really remind me of the gorilla trek in Animal Kingdom. Like, it's this whole giant area, lots of viewing space for the gorillas, obviously less gorillas and slightly less big than the Animal Kingdom one, but still very cool to go see that. I'm glad we actually got to hop in there now and see it now that it's all fully open. A little life hack moment here, and this is genius. This is the first time we've ever done this. So we're hitting up Busch Gardens and SeaWorld this trip. So we, on Undercover Tourist, got a 2-park ticket. So we got to visit both Busch Gardens and SeaWorld with this one. And on one of our tickets, we got all-day dining, just to check it out, see how it works. Don't quote me on this. I want to say it was about an extra $50 American. Might have been $60. I can't exactly remember the price. But with it, you were allowed a meal every 90 minutes from select locations, and that includes an entree, a dessert or side, and a fountain drink. So let me show you what I got here. With my all-day dining here on our first meal of the day, I got some buffalo chicken tenders here, a dessert. I think they threw in some fries for free, and a fountain drink. This meal is huge. It actually came to $36 American. So this more than pays for half of it already, and we have this all-day dining at 2 parks. This is a no-brainer. If you are buying your tickets off Undercover Tourist, definitely get the all-day dining, and you will 100% save yourself some money. And in classic Florida fashion, we are getting a little bit of rain in the middle of the day here. Kind of happy we stopped for food right now. This is a good time to eat our all-day dining meal. Okay, all-day dining is a no-brainer for these parks. That was insane. That meal could have fed 3 of us, and we get that technically every 90 minutes. Like, there's no way we're gonna use that. You could eat like 4,000 calories a day here. We will be using it probably at least once more here, and even in those 2 times, it will pay for itself. With the map there, so that meal that we just got, whatever it was, 5 chicken tenders, big chicken tenders, dessert, fries, and a fountain drink, cost $36 American. And like I say, our all-day dining costs $50 to add on. That's for 2 parks, because we're gonna use it at Busch Gardens and SeaWorld. So that is insane how much money you will save on this. Now that we are fully fed, why don't we go throw it all up on this bad boy, and let's go ride some Iron Gwazi. Gwazi is a different beast. That thing is so fun. I think the only reason I like Velocicoaster more is because the theming is just so much cooler. But that coaster, whew, that gets your adrenaline pumping. It is almost a vertical drop down, and I'm serious. It says 91-degree drop down, 206 feet, and that's just the first element to get you going. Oh man, that is good. We will probably have to come back and do it again. But right now, we're gonna head over to kind of the back of the park. Let's go see what's happening over by SheiKra. I wanna see if Kumba's open. We didn't get to do that last time. Let's head back here, let's see what's happening. Okay, how did I not know they had kangaroos here? This is so cool, just seeing these kangaroos hanging out. What a neat area. the guy said, if they come up to you, you are allowed to touch them on their backs, which is also very cute. Oh, look at them. Man, they have a lot here. This guy's having a little lunch. Everyone else relaxing in the heat. It is a hot, humid day today, so I do not blame these guys. Oh, little baby one over there. Aww. Okay, that's a pretty cool experience. Okay, it is very fortunate for us that it is a little overcast today. We had a little bit of rain earlier, but it's not too bad lately, but oh, is it hot? It is humid. I don't know how we'd be surviving if the sun was out in full force here. This is a scorcher. I'm coming from Canada, where the hottest it was, I think before we left, was like 70 degrees. It's nice, but it's out of our wheelhouse here. Okay, apparently right on cue, as I'm complaining about it being too hot, we had to go to the bathroom. And I forgot the best Busch Gardens hack here is that the best AC in the whole place is literally in the bathrooms. They have to close the doors because of the animals, just like they do at Animal Kingdom. So it keeps the AC in there, and oh, it's nice to just go in there and cool down for a little bit. So if you're ever feeling overheated, sneak into a bathroom. Take the pee break that you probably need anyways, and cool off for a bit. Topiaries, what feels like we're in Epcot. Except for wrong characters, but when we were here for our first visit to Busch Gardens, we went in here and Ryan and our friend Kay bought some bird feed to let the birds come up, but I don't really like birds. I just walked in with them, and it was so funny because these cute little birds would just sit on my neck and lick my gross ass sweat off of it. So it was very cute. It was a cool experience. I think we need to try it again. Let's go see if they still like me. Thank you.
If you'd like any of the lorikeets to land on you, feel free to offer them an arm when they're up on the roof. They're just not big fans of fingers. And make sure we don't have to try and touch the bird because it is bad for their health.
Thank you.
Enjoy!
He's smart enough to know I don't have it. That's so funny.
Yeah. Okay, they are smart little birds. They understand that if you do not have the little food cup, they probably will not come up and sit on you. I got a couple little licks from them, so they definitely still like my sweat, but nothing like the first time we were there. We actually went back to maybe buy some food, but the guy there said they weren't selling it at the moment just because the weather's a little temperamental right now, so he didn't want to sell food to anyone and then have to kick you out immediately. So maybe we'll come back later. We still have about 5 hours here, plenty of time, so maybe we'll come back if we want to do it again. Down from the lorries, we are now over by SheiKra, one of the best coasters. So fun, so scary, but let's peek over there. I think we might have to give it a ride. Dang, this is the one big downfall of this park, is during any inclemental weather, all of the rides go down because they're all outdoor rides. So anytime that, if it's the same rules as Universal, which it probably is, like any lightning in the areas, I think it's within 5 miles, everything shuts down. So at the moment, we're just gonna hang out. It isn't raining yet. The clouds don't look fantastic, but they don't look terrible. I mean, I've seen worse, so I'm assuming this will pass, as it always does in Florida, and then we'll get back on some rides. Speak of the devil, we waited here for, I don't know, not even 5 minutes, got to get off our feet for a little bit, and it looks like the ride is back up and running, so maybe it's time we go ride SheiKra. Just got done with SheiKra. The 20-minute wait was actually a 40-minute wait. There's actually a slight weather delay, but that was not the holdup for the ride delay there. Not to crap on Busch Gardens too much, but you definitely know you're not in Disney or Universal because the ride operations is not the same. We got to the very top of SheiKra. The line moved so slow, and then when we finally got up there to get on, there's obviously no one working there to divvy up who goes in what line. And I don't know if people just didn't see that the last row was open, but no one was in there. So we were only filling 2 of the 3 rows of the cart. And it was a little aggravating to see. It's nice when you go to Disney or Universal, and obviously they have someone there who's trained, who understands how to divvy up who goes where to maximize the amount of people that can get on a ride. So when you come to a park like this, just remember it doesn't run as good as the other parks. If you want to cool off here at Busch Gardens, consider standing here at the very end of SheiKra. Just watch. And you thought Popeyes and Dudley's got you wet. It looks like we will not be riding Congo River Rapids today. It is closed. A worker just came by and told us it's actually just down for annual maintenance, so it's not like it's closed for a little bit, it's closed for a while. But, as you can see in the background there, Kumba is open, which it wasn't last time. So I think we should go give that a ride again. The worker was also telling us that Falcon's Fury is down, their giant drop tower. Ryan's kind of happy about that. I'm a little sad about it. It was fun. I would have forced him to do it again. If you haven't done it, next time you're at Busch Gardens, you definitely have to. It takes Tower of Terror or Dr. Doom's to like the nth level. It is crazy. But sadly, he said that one isn't just annual maintenance. He said they're actually waiting for a part, and because it's kind of a niche ride, it takes a little bit to get. So it won't be open today either. All right, this way to Kumba. Kumba's fun. I forgot how fun that ride is. There's so many inversions. We actually, as we were just getting on it, we're like, ooh, this one's probably going to be a little rough, but it was smooth. That was good. A lot smoother than, say, like the Hulk. The Hulk, I always leave feeling a little rattled. That one was good. I could have even done it 2 times in a row. But it's time to go use our all-day dining pass again. Let's go get another meal that could feed 4, even though it's just technically for one of us. We need to refuel and rehydrate. We still have about 3 hours of park time before we got to go back on our bus. We've lucked out, though, with having just minimal rain today. We've been here on a day when it's actually rained a bunch, and the whole place shuts down. So at least it's only been a little bit, and we've actually got on almost everything we wanted in almost less time than the posted waits, except for, obviously, SheiKra. Of course, Ryan had to come check out all of the carnival games. Doesn't matter if we're just at some little country fair or some world-class theme park. He always has to go check out the carnival games. And he's honestly pretty good at them, so sometimes he wins us stuff. Just sat down for my next all-day dining meal, and this one, we got some Chinese food. We got a pick 2 Asian thing with noodles. It has beef and broccoli and orange chicken, a chocolate cake, another fountain drink. This would have come to $42. So between the 2 meals, what are we at there? $78. Already more expensive than what the all-day dining pass was, and the all-day dining pass is for 2 parks, for here and SeaWorld. That's crazy. That is a no-brainer to get this. Here's what we got here. The chocolate cake, the Asian meal that, again, could feed 2 to 3 people, and, of course, our fountain drink. Wild. Okay, that is crazy that meal was $42, and it fed both of us. I couldn't imagine if we were big eaters and had to pay $84 for us both to eat here, and that was just for 1 meal. The all-day dining is peak. Like, if you ever just thought about it, just get it. It is worth it. Anyways, we are now here. We were eating at, what's it called? Dragonfire Grill Theater. And now we get to sit and relax because they said they're going to have a show. I think it's just a guy playing live piano, which is cool, but we get off our feet and relax for a little bit. Watch some live music. Okay, a little bit more than just live piano, but that was a good show. Both the male and female singer were both really good. That was fun, 20 minutes. Nice to get off her feet too. A little time to digest. I think let's go out and let's ride. What do we got? 2 hours until we gotta be back at the class. That gives just enough time for a couple more coasters. Kind of sad this bad boy behind me is closed today. It is definitely a blast. I don't know if we've ever been back in this part of the park. It's kind of a cool area over here. Obviously Cheetah Hunt right there. You can see Cobra Curse maybe through the trees. And rounding the corner here is Serengeti Flyer. Woo, 45 minutes. I do not think I'll be waiting for that, but maybe we'll come watch it here. Taking the long way back to the exit with a little trip past the gorillas and the chimps again. They're a little bit more active right now. I guess it is, what are we at? Almost 6 p.m., so maybe in the evening. It's cooled off slightly right now too, so it's kind of cool to see them out and about. It's crazy that if we wanted, we could go get another meal right now. 90 minutes goes by awfully quick. I don't think we will at this moment. It's a lot of food. Our 2 meals today have been enough to feed us 2 of us twice. So we'll get one more before we go, just because it's about a 2-hour bus ride back to Orlando. But that's crazy. You could save an absolute fortune. We already did with this, and we didn't even eat that much. If you took full advantage, you could save literally a fortune by getting the all-day dining. And we're back. The mother of all coasters. Literally probably the main reason we come to this park. Let's go give this guy at least one more ride before we have to head back. Along with the all-day dining that I've been talking about a ton in this video, as I mentioned right at the beginning, the locker system is also key. If you have any sort of bag, and especially on Gwazi here, they now have metal detectors, so you kind of have to lock everything up if you don't have someone to hold your stuff. Totally worth it. Spend the $12 on the locker that you can move around throughout the park, and it just saves you so much time, so much hassle. Anytime you want to go on any roller coaster, you just quickly lock your stuff up, you move your locker to the new location, and then right when you're done, you just grab your stuff, move on to the next one, and set it up at the next one. Oh, such a fun last ride on Gwazi. Almost didn't make it though. There was a big delay. It said a 20-minute wait. It was actually 45 minutes, but we waited it out until literally probably the last second we could before we had to leave to go catch our bus. Actually, we're gonna get one more quick bite to eat and then catch our bus. Totally worth the wait though. Man, that's good. The one issue about this coaster, and we noticed it, I believe it was our last time here, maybe it was even 2 years ago now, they have wasps at the very top of the lift hill up there. And they've been up there now, like I say, for at least a year, maybe 2 years. They're still there. They're these huge wasps, and it's kind of right as you're about to go over the top, and then you see all of these guys come out to swarm you. It's adds a little, I guess, extra thrill element. Don't know if I'd be saying that if I actually got stung by one, but it's weird they haven't dealt with that, but maybe by the next visit. All right, let's put our all-day dining pass to use one more time. Let's get one more quick meal out of it before we head out to the bus and call her a day on another trip to Busch Gardens. Y'all, this is crazy. We got one more meal. We just decided we're right beside the place where we got the buffalo chicken tenders again, so we're like, why not, one more. We got the tenders, we got a cookie this time, and our fountain pop would have come to $33. So we would have spent $111 American here at the park for food today if we didn't get that all-day dining pass, which again was like 50 bucks. I'll confirm the price on it in just a minute. I'll put it up here, but that is wild. That is crazy how good that deal is. And again, I know I've said this 100 times, but we still get to use this at SeaWorld. So this is for 2 days, about $50 when we would have spent 111 bucks here, probably 111 bucks there. So we're looking at over $200 in just food alone for the price of $50. Wild. All in all, a good day here at Busch Gardens. It's always fun to come here. You definitely can't expect it to be like Disney or Universal. If you do, you're gonna be a little let down. Things like theming, obviously, the immersion, the quality of rides, and then, as I mentioned earlier, park operations just aren't quite the same as they are at the bigger parks. They just don't have the money for it, which obviously makes sense. If you can look past that, the crowds are usually less. The lines may be equal just because everything doesn't run as smooth, but in general, it's less busy. If you get this all-day dining pass, it's totally worth it. If you spend most of your day here, like right now, it's about 7 o'clock, we have to head out. If you're able to spend more time here, it's actually probably going to be quite dead. Everything would be walk on here. They do apparently have a drone and fireworks show now, which we sadly are going to miss, but from the photos it looked cool. I might have to watch it online and see what it's like. And the number one reason to come here is obviously for the thrills. The coasters here are like at no other park. Well, SeaWorld does have some good ones too, but I would still say Busch Gardens in general has the best overall thrill coasters. Though we obviously prefer Disney and Universal, just for all of the reasons I listed before, it's always nice to at least make one stop here almost every visit, at least once a year, just to come and ride these coasters. Gwazi is just on another level, other than maybe Velocicoaster. It's so fun. If you're a coaster aficionado, you have to come and at least check this out once. But that's about it for Busch Gardens today. Thanks for coming along with me to explore Busch Gardens Tampa Bay. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like, and if you want more theme park content, please subscribe. You can also follow me on Instagram at Canuck Park Hopper for more theme park fun, including a bunch of updates about this trip here. Thanks again, and I'll see you in the next one.